That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
After the sack, here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, gun. Black 80!
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking there for Bruce Ellington, and it's 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11.
11. 13.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. He finds his target, Fuller. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves them from a 3-and-out. Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Dalvin Tomlinson continuing to fight downfield. The big tackle gets him for a loss of 11. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Black 80! 180!
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And that's complete. It's Ellington. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. There he goes inside the 30. 20! Touchdown, Houston! Jerick McKinnon, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Texans have taken the early lead. You talk about explosion plays. Here's one pretty much right out of the gate.
And now they get to ride a wave of emotion, momentum, everything. Just as you described, right out of the gate. Big sprint, touchdown. They're excited. But on the other side, they've got to guard against a major letdown because they hit them right in the gut with that one. And now you start to question yourself a little bit when you give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Fairbairn now to kick this one away. Returning it, Carlos Henderson. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Now the rookie first-rounder from Penn State, Saquon Barkley. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
And you remember pre-draft, there was a lot of speculation that the Giants should look for their future quarterback at number 2 with a great possibility. Remember, Sam Darnold from USC was still on the board. but they passed on him to take this runner, Saquon Barkley. And this is exactly why. They think he can extend the life of Eli Manning's career and give them 1,000-yard seasons year after year.
They haven't had a 1,000-yard season since 2012. Ahmad Bradshaw did it to Barkley on the check down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A first down carry for Barkley. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Well, those Giant fans, you know that they love seeing Saquon Barkley wearing their jersey, but it's interesting. He actually grew up a Jets fan.
Yeah, I wonder what his dad was thinking. What Big Al was thinking on draft night. Had to be so happy for his son. But they grew up watching Jets games. Just sit together, watch it. In fact, Dad has a Jets tattoo.
Yes.
Okay, so that tells you about how much he loves that team. You think Saquon's going to fix that and make it a Giants tattoo?
Yeah, wants to make that a Giants tattoo. That family, though, they fully converted. They're supporting the G-Men. On second down, here's Barkley. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
A handoff to Barkley. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with a football here as we begin quarter number 2. They're on the march, but facing a third down here. Back to throw, Loretta. The quick slant caught. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. Barkley will try to punch it in, and he is in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive, and how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Rosas good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Here comes Bruce Ellington on the return. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
The drive starts with a handoff to McKinnon. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Right back to him on first down. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On 2nd down, here's Garoppolo. And incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
20! 180! I got you.
Garoppolo. Caught left side, Hopkins. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
180!
Here's McKinnon. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And who's got it? The Giants. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through it, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
The Texans with the first opportunity now from the red zone. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. Now McKinnon. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. A line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. Garoppolo now on 3rd and goal. Got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. Will Fuller, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans are in for 6. Fairbairn now to add the extra extra point. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad.
Is that what
he would have kept it on the ground.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley, and he'll get this one up to the 26. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not going to have much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player, as well as a physical specimen.
Lauletta looking to throw on second down. He sets to fire deep. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. And that was a young pup, the rookie, being intercepted by a veteran DB.
And I loved our quick conversation in pregame with him on the field, where he said, hey, look, I love playing these young quarterbacks. They don't know a whole lot yet, so I can use my mind to put me in a position to make a play.
They run it with McKinnon, and he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Alec Ogletree in on the stop.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
McKinnon, and he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place. As they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Flushed out right. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Jimmy Garoppolo with his 2nd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Texans will extend their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now 21-7. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
They begin with a run by Barkley. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Gone! Detroit!
On 1st and 10, Lauletta. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dylan Cole. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10.
Hey, here we go.
Now McKinnon to start the drive. And he powers his way up past the 30. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. On the return is Henderson. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. On the NFL scoreboard, second quarter up in Minneapolis. And the Bills have taken the early lead. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Second half begins with a run from Barkley. Five yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Here's Lauletta now on second. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Bernardrick McKinney. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. This is 3rd and long. Here's Lauletta. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him, Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a first carry for Deontay Foreman, who was lost to the Achilles injury last year. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Let's go! What? 90! What? 90!
And he'll get this only up to about the 35. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The Texans on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Here we go, here we go. Black 80! 11, 11.
Now this time, Garoppolo will throw. Throw left side complete. It's Doyle. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Now stopped him in his tracks. The Texans send the punter out. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. He didn't even try to signal. For a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
First throw now for the backup Manning. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Aaron Colvin, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. When you're on your own 1-yard line like they were, oftentimes you're thinking just run on any down, get some space there. They elect to throw it. It cost them.
You get the sense that they were banking on the element of surprise, right? Everyone expects you to run it there. Let's take a shot. Let's throw it. Try and create some space, some room. And it went awry, didn't it?
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, and sometimes that just happens. It is the NFL. They will make some plays against you.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Here we go.
Garoppolo to throw on second down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Eli Apple, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Well, the timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Jadavius. Cloudy there on the stop.
Hey, go 56. 27's the Sam. 27's the Sam. Zebra.
Manning the throw on second down. On the catch, this is Russell Shepard. 23 yards on the play.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. It's a gain of 7 on the ground. Second down coming up.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout call. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They'll go to Barkley again, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Let's go. Zebra. Zebra.
From the gun on third down, Manning. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield.
Let's go.
Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Now Manning throwing on second down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, That one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Wait. What do you need? What do you need? 6. Mike 96. 11.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. That goes for a gain of 31.
Tell the truth, partner. You didn't think he was coming down with that one, did you? Come on, tell me the truth.
No, I didn't. I'll tell you what, though. A one-handed grab of that length. Talk about giving your team a little juice.
Oh, big time. I mean, everyone's going to be excited about that one, whether you're on the field or not. It permeates its way through the entire team, and I can't wait to see what they do on the next down.
13.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it second down. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Dalvin Tomlinson in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on third and long?
11.
To throw is Garoppolo. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he finds a man on a crossing route. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down.
Black 80. What 80?
Now Garoppolo throwing on second. Looking outside and has got a man. That's Fuller. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. Garoppolo now 5 for 5 on the drive. He's responded after the interception. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go. What 80?
Now a run. This is Alfred Blue. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
What 80? 11. Black 96. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Escaping the pressure right. A dump down to McKinnon. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and they're going to face a third down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
The Texans on third down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
11.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
Well, that's one of those mistakes. That's a fumble that when they get to the sidelines, I know you're mad, Coach, but look, we've still got this locked down. But that's not necessarily true, is it?
Well, their hopes are slim, but you just hate to give them any hope. You could have sealed it right there.
Yeah, could have finished them off and taken away all hope, as we like to say.
Zebra.
So the fumble recovery, and now Manning. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Manning again here on 2nd and 10. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Reuben Foster picks it. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. So we've got a challenge. Our referee's going to take another look on the tablet. He's going to be watching to see if the knee was down prior to the ball coming out.
Oh, I love what you just said there. You nailed it, because if the ball's shifting or moving before the knee or any other part of the body hits the ground, then that'll be considered a fumble.
Garoppolo looking to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
White. 180.
Garoppolo looks to throw. A dump down to McKinnon. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 6 on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
3 down. Here we go. 180.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And this is going to be incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run Or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on fourth. And the Giants are going to get the football back. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now a desperate, and got his man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Well, sometimes when you try to defend OBJ, you're going to get a PI call.
You might get a PI called at just about any point during his route. And I think a lot of teams have taken the whole philosophy of, hey, just go ahead and do what you have to do and hope eventually they'll quit calling it. But not in this case. They dropped the flag for the pass interference.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a give to Barkley. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Clock rolling here, about to hit 30 seconds. On 2nd down, here's Manning. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Manning. He's going to let it fly. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now Manning, gotta have this one. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off here by Aaron Colvin. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, on 4th down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, 4th down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
And they'll run it here. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And who's got it? The Giants! And Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal: win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
So for Houston, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the Giants, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the New Orleans Saints. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.